Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a game that I'm pretty excited about. It's still very early beta and the beta is about to close. But this game is called Dislyte and it's by Lilith Games, the same makers of AFK Arena. Now, for those that don't know, I've played AFK Arena over on my main channel for 2 years and I really like the way Lilith go about it. They regular updates, do a lot of like cool, interesting game modes in their games and stuff like that. So whatever you guys may think, I've really enjoyed my experience with Lilith through AFK Arena and I'm hoping they can bring a bit of that into this game. Now, full disclaimer at the start, this is being mirrored from my phone because I can't use emulators on this beta. I'm assuming the game will be able to use emulators because all their other games do, but for this beta, I couldn't get it on an emulator, so it's a bit laggy, so it's not as crisp as it could be, and the audio in this game is like, it's like one of the only games I play with audio on, because it's just that satisfying, but I can't share the audio through the phone either. So keep that in mind. A lot of key features missing in the game as well. Not all the game modes are open and stuff like that. It's a very, very early beta. So I just want to give you guys more a look at the style of the game, because the style is wicked. It is a turn-based RPG, fairly classic turn-based. This is sort of where I started my mobile adventure, mobile gaming. I had 3-4 years of playing turn-based RPG, so I feel really at home in this game. Really thoroughly enjoy it. So the art style, let's go through some characters. As you can see, we've got Odin there. It's laggy. Once again, I apologize. We've got Ares here, so you can see the names and you can see what they're doing. We've got Sun Wukong. So they're going with like a god theme. But putting like a futuristic urban mix on it, which I absolutely love. The character designs in this are just, they're honestly top notch, and like the visuals of them is so nice. So there's Ra. We've got Artemis, who you start the game with, who, if anyone knows me, they know I'm always about the bow users. So she is number one in my eyes already. Artemis is sick. We got some really cool animations, which we'll get into as well. We've got Valkyrie here with the guitar that turns into dual axes. She's a beast. She's got like attack. She's got an attack buff with a turn gauge boost on one ability. Another ability has a speed slow, which makes it viable for bosses and stuff like that. We've got Yao Ji. Don't really know Yao Ji from my gods, but once again, I'm too familiar with that stuff. But hey, she's a healer. She's 3-star, free, you get her, nice. This dude, Captain America looking, Boulder. This guy looks cool. He's got the defense up. He's got a counterattack. He's got a bunch of cool stuff. We have Mimir, who, this guy looks sick. Look at him. Like, you don't expect a guy looking like that to be like the spellcaster, which is absolutely savage. We've got Siren. Like, I could just go on for days with characters. I just want to show you some other ones because there's some really cool designs. We got Circuit. We got Freya. Now, Yi looks sick. Another bow. I'm always a sucker for cool bow users, and this guy looks like an absolute savage. Let's look at a couple other ones that I really like. Seth looks cool. Just some really Aphrodite, like some really cool takes on gods. Hera here looks wicked. And this one I really do like. Medusa looks absolutely savage, and you should see her ult when she uses it. So that's what it is. I had to go through the characters because that's I'm absolutely in love with the characters in this game. No idea on a release date yet for global either. No idea. But yeah, like I said, turn-based. We'll get into some combat, show you what I'm talking about. Now, the cool thing they did do is they did actually put in, which I haven't played the turn-based games in a couple of years, but they did put in the memory maze, which is basically, if you've played AFK Arena, it's your labyrinth mode, but in this turn-based format. So that's pretty cool as well. So every 2 days you get to run through here. They give you some pretty good gear. Gear goes up to 6-star. From this on day 1, I was getting 5-star gear. I don't know if that'll still happen, but you have the maze. And then the only other thing we do have at the moment is our dungeons. So if we go over here into Miracle Trials, it's your standard like gear farming dungeons from turn-based RPG, which is really nice, and they actually are pretty cool. So over here, as you can see, I've gotten up to Behemoth 9, cleared 8, can't clear 9 yet. We're still very early on. I haven't got too many upgrades for my characters. And then we have this one here as well, which is, what's this chick called? Countess Sonica. So some pretty beastie ones. That's your gear farming. We do have the story as well. Let's jump over here. You've got this. Now, this bounty screen, trust me, when you get the game, as long as they don't change it, you will want to just sit this on your desk and play it on your headphones or something like that. I do. Like, it's a pretty mad track that they got in the background here, and she just jams out to it. And honestly, I just sit there and listen to it because it's a good track. Like I said, I wish I could get the audio across for you guys, but I can't, unfortunately. Over here, we have a bunch of other things, which will be like PvP and stuff like that, but it's not available in the game yet. So pretty much what we have is those trial modes being the labyrinth type run and the dungeons. And then we also have story mode, and then we have Gacha, which I think in the mail we should have. They've been giving us freebies. It's a beta, so it all gets wiped. So every day they've been giving us a 10 pull and some fodder units, which is nice. So we'll do a 10 pull later on. But as you can see, this is the campaign. We've got chapters. I'm up to chapter 10. And there we go. We can jump into that. Except I've changed all my gear around, so I'm going to get absolutely crunched on 10. I sort of gave up on the campaign and started working on the dungeons. Let's go to like chapter 7 here and have a bit of a play just to show you the combat, because the combat's cool. Hopefully we can get some ultimates off, because sometimes the ultimates show an animation and sometimes they don't. Who do I not really want to see the animation of? Who's that? I really want to get you guys, wait. I really want to show you guys Medusa's animation, because it's pretty sick. Oh, this guy's cool too that I've got in the team. I'll show you him. He's got a passive where whenever anyone on your team attacks, he's going to also attack and deal poisons. So it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead. That's the guy on the far right. So let's jump in here. That's pretty balanced team. Let's just let's battle, and we should be pretty fine. Now you get gear along with the campaigns. So as you can see, my archer dude, anytime someone else attacks, he's going to do an attack. He has no gear on him at the moment, so he kind of sucks. Oh, and that was the ult there by Medusa, but sometimes you get the ult animation and sometimes you don't. So we'll let it play through, and hopefully we can get an ult animation. And it's the kind of game, my phone sucks for this because for putting it onto the screen, once again, we have the lag, but also we have the fact that my phone is a Note 10, which is like really narrow. So if we end up getting this on an emulator, I'll definitely expand it out and get the wider screen. And I have on my phone done the forced landscape. It doesn't look like they've allowed for it to be played in full landscape mode, but you can definitely get it to a wider tablet mode, which is nice. But hopefully we can get an ultimate animation, because like I said, it's actually pretty sick. But these are like my weak unit. Here we go. There's the boulders animation. These are my weaker units that I was sort of leveling up with fodder. My Artemis is sort of my carry at the moment. And I think she still has gear. I don't know where my gear was at. Oh, we didn't get to see that. Here's his ultimate. Okay. And like I said, they're a bit laggy. I really, really, really hope that we get to see a Medusa animation, because hers is my favorite. Hers is my favorite so far for ult animations. Let's go. Okay, there's a single target. Once again, this guy with his passive, every time, that's a pretty cool ult as well, to be fair. She must not have gear, because she normally does way more damage than that. I don't know where my gear's at. I'll have to check that. But yeah, it's basic turn-based. You can take it off auto as well. It's got 1x speed, 2x speed. And then you can target. You obviously have elemental advantages. The colors in this one are purple, orange, and green. And I just consider purple, blue, and orange red. And then it follows your normal elemental types of blue beats red, red beats green, green beats blue. But like I said, purple is blue, orange is red. That's how I have to look at it. So you can do that. You can target. You can select your abilities. You can long press the abilities to see what they do. Okay, we've got her ult. Please give us the animation. Damn it. Shit. It's a really good animation too. Let's just keep going. I'll keep manualing through this. See if we can get one more chance at an animation. Except she's getting hit pretty hard. Now, the front row, back row, there doesn't seem to be any interaction between that. Doesn't matter what row they're in. It's all pretty fine. Oh, he's got the gear. My Archer's got the gear, meaning my Artemis doesn't. Which sucks, because Artemis is meant to be the carry here. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get away with it. I hope. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Please survive. Please survive. Please. I'm tempted to cut and only come back. Yeah, listen. We're going to cut. I'm going to come back once we get an animation for Medusa. Okay, I've taken other members out of the team. I feel like when you have less members, there's a higher chance of getting the ult animation. Let's try. Here it is. Like Medusa looks sick. It looks sick. Well, I'm going to get smashed in that, so we're just going to exit. But yeah, every character has an ult animation that look wicked, but sometimes they proc, sometimes they don't. It'd be cool if there was a setting to either control, like have it on or off. But that is that. It also has a pretty sick summon animation. So we're going to go in and do a summon, a 10 pull. Not sure on the rates or anything like that. Like I said, it's very bare bones. I think they're more just getting, looking for bug fixes, any skill errors, which I found a few, and stuff like that. Just, it's a very, very early beta. Just keep that in mind. But hopefully, maybe down the track, we can get like a bit of another beta where we have more features in the game to test and stuff like that, because Lilith are normally pretty good at innovating, so I'm hoping they can do something pretty cool with this turn-based gacha system. So let's go in, let's do a 10 pull. It's pretty sick. You get to spin this, and it's like, once again, you got to have sounds on for this game because it does the ticka ticka ticka. But you know, I'm not a real good DJ man, but it does that scratchy thing. So you can do that, spin it as long as you want, and then you let go. We want it to go yellow or orange, whatever color it is. Purple. Okay, so we're only going to get some elites here. If it goes yellow, you're going to get legendaries. And I've pulled a fair few legendaries. I think I've pulled like 3 Sun Wukongs. But yeah, like the summon animation's pretty cool as well. Here's our elite, which is another Artemis, which is cool. Now I'll show you something about upgrading in a sec as well. Looks savage. These animations, dude, they're sick. I think it was a really bad temple. Most of my temples I have had a legendary. Here we go. Okay, we got another elite. This guy looks like a savage. Looks like a savage. You do not want to mess with this guy. He doesn't need the knuckle dusters. He uses magic. He's the man. There we go. So, the cool thing, I'm trying to click on my mouse. Forgot that I got to use my phone. So, the other cool thing is if we go into Espers, and you can take it whichever way you want. So if we go here to growth, we obviously have gear and stuff like that where, you know, you can equip your gear, all that good stuff. Odin, absolute beast as well. 2 AoE defense breaks and the basic, like, okay, let me show you why Odin's a beast. Like, Odin is like top tier PvP. This one summons, so it removes all debuffs from Raven, which is, I believe, her, and all buffs from the target. But this is AoE, so it strips all enemies and deals AoE damage, and if they survive, they get defense down. Only for 1 turn, but it's a strip with a defense down. If you've played turn-based RPG, you know that getting a strip and a defense down, or a strip and an attack buff, or a strip and a gauge buff is amazing. So you have her with a strip and defense down. You have over here at a natural 3-star, if I can find her. She's a natural 3-star Valkyrie. She's got a turn gauge boost and an attack buff. So you do that into the strip because there are immunity gear. So, you know, you strip the immunity, you get your attack buff, you boost your bar, you get your strip, and then you do your defense break, and then you bring 2 nukers, GG, done. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So they do have the synergies in there. But anyway, that was just getting sidetracked. Gear, I'll explain gear in maybe a future video on a next beta or something like that. It's fairly standard. You got substats, main stats, all that good stuff. But in advancement, this is what I wanted to look at. You've got level advancement, cool. You've got star advancement, cool. Now, you've got ability advancement. Now, I'll go to someone, so Sun Wukong, if I go here and I go advancement. Now, in other games, and this is all beta, so I'm not sure if it'll change, but you don't use dupes to get skill ups. You do use dupes. You can use them to star up or level up, and what I'll do is I'll go to a lower star hero. Let's go to a 3-star or something. For instance, Anubis here, which I've got a higher leveled one. So if we go here and we want to say level him up, you've got to be at the max level. So I've got to be at level 30 to actually upgrade, but we can put this in. Actually, I don't really want to do that to Anubis, so let's go ahead and do that. And as you'll see, when you use these, you don't really want to use them as food, but I'm just doing this for the example. It makes the stars turn purple. Now that's what dupes are for. And if we go over here, it then gives us these, which we can add extra stats to our characters, which isn't like a massive difference. It's nice, but it's not the end of the world. So dupes aren't going to be the most important thing. And then if we look at doing skill ups, I don't know if I have any for this this level. So if we go abilities, no, I might have some 4-star ability ups. I've used a lot of them. So let's look for the natural 4 stars. For instance, let's just look here and see if we can go growth. Abilities. So then they have these things. So these are the things you need to upgrade abilities. So dupes don't do abilities at this stage. They might change it, I don't know. But at the moment, dupes only give you that resonance, which gives you a few extra stats. Whereas you get these as you play the game. You can get them from the Labyrinth store. I call it Labyrinth still. You can get them from there to upgrade the skills of your characters. So that's a bit different to what I've seen in other games and stuff like that. And then we always have food units here that you're just going to feed and all that good stuff. But I think that pretty much covers everything that's in the game. I just love the design of the heroes in this game. I'm pretty pumped for it to come to global and play some good turn-based RPG. Like I said, I'll definitely play it again if they do another beta or anything like that, because it's a pretty well-designed game. And like I said, if you can get into it, check the audio. The audio is sick. But anyway, guys, that is going to be for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.